right, another trap guide. This is gonna be fun. I don't think we've encountered any category 4 missions with multiple floaters before. And I said in the last episode, if you guys are watching these sequentially, that I wanted to try a more defensive build. Actually, I think it's the only bottom ones that matter. A lot of my defenses, I go for tunnels, and I stand by that. A lot of people think they're inefficient, but they are tried and true. It's how I play the game, and it's how I recommend playing the game. But there are very consistent builds that work on pretty much any Atlas mission. I'm sorry, Iwari, it's true. There are defensive builds that work on pretty much any mission, and while they require a little bit more work from the player, you'll see what I mean. I do not mean stalling. I just mean instead of building a tunnel and then sealing electric fields out there, you put the sealing electric fields on the defense itself. Let them come to you. And we'll be taking advantage of defenders here as well, just to illustrate that. I also got a point redeem. Heavy request from Iwari to use the Night Owl. She swears by this bow. I don't know why. Everything about it is clunky. The crowd clearing is tough, and I can't hit a shot. That part's my fault. Okay, I'm quicker. I'm usually familiar with weapons that have a quicker fire rate there. Projectile speed, I should say. And oh no. Oh no. Haha. Okay. I got an idea. Instead of blocking this off, which I believe to be impossible, we're just gonna remove, okay, everything in the way. Remove everything in the way, and I guess use tire traps? I wouldn't want to, but your boy needs grill parts as well. Take care of these. All right, all right. So we've only really got 2. Oh, that's right. We can put a corner. Okay, well, that's something to do. Okay. I didn't even notice that. These ramps down here are always tough. I don't really know exactly how to deal with them, but kind of lucky there. I pulled up my menu to get the coconuts before I actually had collected the coconuts. Fun fact, if you're ever doing this, upgrade the walls before you build them up, because when you build them, it's going to reset the health a bit, and or at least change the health value. So we're just going to wall it off like that, and then, you know, hope nothing comes up. There we go. All right. So we got our 2 defenses. Should be fairly straightforward. I'm going to build something a little different. I'm going to try something. I don't know if this is recommended. I'm sorry, Iwari, but we're innovating. I'm going to try and put 3 Blastotron defenders up here. If you guys didn't watch the last episode, I'll explain what's going... Why? Oh, he's holding a bow. How did that happen? I selected the Blastotron. Okay. So the Blastotrons, I can't show because I all just left my inventory. They have the crit hits cause the 7 projectiles, and that 3-second cooldown, as far as we can see, does not apply to the defenders, which means they can be very, very effective. Very, very high DPS defenders, and that's really nice to see. So we're going to try that out in this game here. I'm going to leave this visibility open so that if anything comes up to the top of the defense, the defenders will have access to them. And over here, I'm not entirely sure how to approach this situation. So we're going to do this, and then I'm going to leave it open just so... Oh, that's not going to work. What I wanted to do was that. There we go. I wanted to leave it open so that we can have a view. And it's also Death Bomb. So this one out here is probably going to get destroyed. And so are these ones. But we're going to do 4 sealing electric fields. 6. And that's it. Like, that's essentially the whole defense over here. And typically I recommend against wall lights, but I feel like here it's actually going to make sense just to stun any enemies that get close. This might be overkill. We'll find out. You guys can learn alongside me. And typically we would put the electric fields kind of right above the defense, but since we have such a obvious point of entry here, I'm planning a little different. And it looks like a lot of the spawns are way out here. You guys can see on the map. Again, last episode, this was the Exploding Death Bomb Lightning Storm, and it looks as though A is going to get attacked from this west side. So this is why defensive builds are nice, because they don't really matter. You like where you put your traps, you just kind of put them up next to the defense. And I'm going to put these under the defenders, and just 1, 2. I want the defenders to have a view of the very top of this area, so I'm just going to put 4. A nice row of 4 because they're going to be coming from this direction. Open this up so they have a nice walking space. And I'll even put just a couple of floor frees to guide them in, and that's it. I know the floor frees will likely be easy to destroy because of the death bomb, but I'll just upgrade these in a bit, and we should be good to go. If Sirius wants to start the mission, I'm prepared to give this a go. This is especially easy because we only have you know, 2 missions, 2 defenses here. It's kind of nice when you have a couple of floaters, so this might be an easier than normal mission, but I want to see how it behaves. Lobbers are obviously going to be a problem because we have no traps out there. Oh my god. How do you use this thing? But this should be pretty straightforward, just waiting for everything to come on in. No sense in not shooting at them while they're out there. Night Owl has some of the highest damage per shot in the... Oh my god, I can't do this. This weapon is so slow. Alright, how are we doing down here? How are we doing? Ceiling Electric is doing what it's doing. You know, I know I said 4. I know I said 4, but this is being wasted if they're being frozen and not attacked. This should be overkill, though. I like to demonstrate this stuff. Like, if these don't get used, you'll see. And they're coming from this direction. Kind of want to see how good these defenders do. Let me see where they're targeting. I'm always too slow. I hear them shoot. Oh, that's this guy. What is he shooting at? Wait, what? There we go. I want to watch him get some crits. It's kind of nice. These guys are defending perfectly fine. It looks like the enemies have so long to walk that they're even despawning a little bit. Definitely want to clean that out. Benz was already on it. They're walking off to the side, which is rather interesting. We don't want this to build up, so I might just add a couple electric fields down here. Oh, I see. They're getting pushed off. I understand now. So Benz and electric fields can essentially be our defense down there. Take out the... Oh my god, that's a headshot. Oh my goodness. What is this weapon? Why do you love this thing? Why do you enjoy this weapon so much, Iwari? Why do you do this to me? Nah. Is she gonna emote or is she just staring at me? Okay, I got you. I see. Got your birthday, llama. What'd you get, Abby? Anything good? Yeah, this is going really well. None of these electric fields have even triggered. So if you guys were going to recreate this build, all of this was unnecessary. Because the defense was so far away that the defenders and us players have just completely cleaned them out. Wow. Of course, this is just our experience. Your spawns might be different if you guys ever play a mission like this, but... My, oh my. And it looks like these enemies are going to come up here, and... I'll just do 1, 2, 3. That should zap off anything. Guide them that way, although Death Bomb's probably going to make them blow up. That'll thin the herd, and then defenders and players will take out the rest. And realistically, if you were going to grind 160s all day, this is pretty similar to how you'd want to play. Because if you want to get them done as fast as possible, or do as many as possible, this is closer to how you'd probably want to go. I prefer bigger, more robust tunnels. I look at it like, you know, a puzzle that I'm solving, but... You know, if you're going to go industrial with it. I know Iwalri grinds ventures literally harder than anybody. I think she was top XP 4 seasons. And this is what she does. She just puts up a couple electric fields on each one and sends it. A lot of the building you can do while the enemies are walking in initially too. So it's pretty casual. I don't want that propane to get anywhere close to these right here. So I'm just going to upgrade that real quick. We don't have... Blastitron defenders close enough to do anything about it here, so this is actually going to be a little tricky, but probably not. Do you think there's any way I could reroute them to the left side here and use the traps that we've already got placed? I don't know. Sirius is kind of guiding them right now.
How dare you?
Well, it looks like we're doing pretty good. And then this is getting handled down here. I've got a lobber being annoying, but nothing new. Benz is cleaning it up. And, yeah. I know when my teammates do damage, it's kind of, when people recreate these builds or comment on my videos, I know that random teammates are not always the most useful. And I get that. But at the same time, I don't control that. I wish teammates were more helpful in public lobbies, but I understand that a lot of people just wait for one guy to do everything. And oh, there goes my traps. I figured that would be a problem. Not well placed on my side of things. I didn't really think far enough ahead to see that they would loop around, but honestly, looks like the spawns just shifted anyway. So those traps did their job. Finally, we got more spawns out here. Maybe the 6 unused ceiling electric fields we got will get some damage in, but seems as though they were only really messing with the smashers, so it's probably not going to be too big of a deal. Looks like my original traps down here are doing just fine. Might want to double check the floor freeze because exploding death bomb is a thing. So far so good. Got a lot of enemies down here. Ben's put a ceiling zapper. Not sure why. I would put gas, a little bit more just consistent damage output, but it's looks like it's doing fine for now. Needs a little bit of cleanup, but it's not a big deal. Got my totally rocking out active, and I'm not able to utilize too much of it because my shots are going through enemies apparently. That smasher is going to cause problems on the A side, you guys. We'll just deatomize these guys. Ow. Should be fine. He's focused on a wall re, so I can hit the backside. There we go. There we go. He'll deal with a wall re while I hit it from the back. Solid game plan. I want to go to the mini boss, but this section down here does not look safe. Let me just do this.
How dare you?
And then I'm going to put one more sitting electric field because I want to go to the mini boss. A little bit messier than I'd planned, but as you guys can see, the spawns on this are very, very wonky. Oh my god, he's just tearing through it. And as enticing as it is to go after the mini boss, remember, mini bosses can't damage the objective. Only basic zombies can, so gotta focus on repairing that first. Oh, we got nature. That's good. Oh, there we go. Nice work, team. I'm gonna run straight back up to the defense so we don't lose this. As you can see, when you don't place as many tunnels and you go a little more defensively like this, it can be a lot more attention from the player, a lot more hectic, and it does make for more exciting, faster games, so that can be really, really great. But it's a little less consistent because we have failed missions doing it like this, and even though it's cheaper, it might not always be the best way to go. How is... oh, A is chunking, yeah. That doesn't surprise me at all. Or was it B? Which one was it this time? B looks like it's a little more pressing. And my defenders are down. Kind of cool to see taking damage as soon as they go down. In my mind, that proves that they were doing something. Get them back up off the ground. Here we go. 30 seconds left in the game, so I won't have any time to save that coconut for anything else. I always like to hold on to them if I'm low, but I think we're fine. The defenders are doing their jobs. The wall lights are doing their jobs. Electric fields did end up being useful, just later than I expected. So even though the durability doesn't give them a very good score, I think they were very helpful in not failing the mission here towards the end. The atomizer does its job. They're going to chunk A at the end, but it looks like we are completely fine. Messier than I would have hoped, but, you know, it's a day in the life. That's how these missions can go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment what you want to see next down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.